Let's bring in Kevin Paffrath, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. So, as
Thanks
a
so much for
Tesla
having
investor, you're so welcome. I know this was not the earnings call that people were expecting. I mean, we're used to the kind of Musk that we see on X, who sort of dips into everything, but this was an earnings call. What were your big takeaways from this?
Oh my gosh, this was terrible. I feel bad for him. Look, he's got a lot of things going on, legal battles, custody battles for his kids now, but it doesn't justify acting like Trump on Twitter, stonewalling the SEC or the European Union, and quite frankly, turning into a little baby on the earnings call. I mean, he was almost in tears. It showed a complete lack of leadership. Tesla's a leadership-less company right now, and it's terrible. That's why their CFO just left, I believe, as well. And this is a slap in the face to everyone. It's not just the shareholders, but it's a slap in the face to the other managers who are still there and the over 100,000 employees at Tesla. For a leader to cry about the economy rather than funneling that and coming up with a plan is pathetic. See, he's slow-walking his plans to build the Mexico Gigafactory because he's worried about the economy. He's afraid, but he should channel that. And he should instead negotiate with the Mexican government, provide a clear formula. Rates go up, prices come down. It's not that hard. But Tesla still has industry-leading margins, over 16.3% go into gross profit. Out of every $100 they make, $16.30 go into gross profit, beating every other American EV manufacturer and even a legacy auto manufacturer. They have so much going for them, but they should provide a clear formula. They should advertise to higher income areas, and they should provide a clear path for margin expectations. We got none of that. We got a leaderless Elon Musk who was afraid to be on an earnings call, who sounded beat down and like somebody who's basically leading Tesla into a directionless path forward. It's disgusting.
Well, Kevin, regardless of how you interpret Elon Musk's comments, we are seeing that reverberate throughout the EV sector. You look at where shares are among Tesla's competitors, all down, partly because of what we heard from Elon Musk saying that higher rates are sapping demand. Is that the whole story here?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, it's obvious that when rates go up, car prices become less affordable. It's the same thing for home prices. There are less buyers. Now, when it comes to homes, there are also less sellers, so you have a little less fluctuation. But in vehicles, everybody's producing more. So of course this is normal. But Tesla should be playing its strengths here. Tesla's strengths are out of everyone who's in this hard economy. Tesla is still generating massive profit per vehicle, massive free cash flow, the only pure play EV in America to actually be generating this cash flow. There's so much potential. They're so close on autonomy. They're so close on a revolutionary new vehicle, the Cybertruck, which is an exoskeleton rather than an internal skeleton for a vehicle. These are great products, and the people at Tesla should be cheered for this. But we need to know the lights at the end of the tunnel rather than hearing a complaining CEO who's not actually providing that path. This makes people nervous and scared. It makes people want to quit
Kevin,
Tesla and not be part of that.
If we look at the sector as a whole, though, I mean, the declines we're seeing today, not in Tesla, but in the names like Rivian, Lucid, I mean, they all have their individual stories. But is that warranted when you consider the higher rates may be sapping demand right now? But I guess the question to you is, does that long-term play for EV demand, does that remain intact still?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Look, long-term, 5-10 years down the road, everybody's going to want an electric vehicle. The range won't be an issue. There'll be charging stations everywhere. You'll be able to charge faster. Then you can fill up your tank of gas. These cars are much safer. They're much less likely to catch fire. They're much less likely to roll over. You don't have fuel in the back of your car in the gas tank. These vehicles are phenomenal. The acceleration's better. The handling's better. Everything about electric vehicles is better. Problem is, you have, Elon acting like Trump on Twitter, and he's really, frankly, upsetting a lot of people. There are a lot of, especially women, which is another demographic Elon should be playing towards, upset and who would never touch a Tesla vehicle. So I'm very frustrated with Elon, but long-term, EVs will be dominant. ICE cars will go away. That is very clear. That long-term trajectory stays intact.
And Kevin, I want to ask you about delivery numbers, because one of the things that we're expecting potentially is for more price cuts because Tesla's feeling pressure to meet those delivery numbers. But I want to talk about the game changer that's supposed to be the Cybertruck. I want to play you this soundbite from the earnings call from Musk.
We dug our own grave with Cybertruck. it is going to require immense work to reach volume production and be cash flow positive at a price that people can afford. It will take, I don't know, a year to 18 months before it is a significant positive cash flow contributor.
So if they've dug their own grave with the Cybertruck, what are the expectations? Where does Tesla go from here in terms of the next leg up in terms of growth?
You know, really, I'm shocked that he would say something like this. The Cybertruck, and he mentioned it in another part of the earnings call as well, the Cybertruck could be the leading source of cash flow for Tesla in the future. But of course, when you ramp a new product, it's going to burn money at first. Of course, when you have a new innovative product that nobody's created before, that you have to create the systems for, the new parts for, whatever, of course it's going to be expensive at first. But a way to phrase this much better would be, look, we are the only pure play EV in North America that is actually profitable on the cars we sell. We're going to reinvest that profit into making what could be the greatest vehicle ever manufactured, the Cybertruck. And in 18 to 24 months, we think that is going to drive the greatest cash flow we've ever seen at Tesla, greater than anything we've ever seen before. That's the leadership we need, because what does that do? It motivates shareholders to support Tesla. Tesla doesn't have as much cash as people think. They're like, oh, they have $26 billion of cash. Yeah, well, they got a pile of $23.5 billion of bills on their desk. They just had to borrow $2 billion more just to stay afloat. They don't have as much cash as people think. So the cash flow matters. And we need that vision that what we're reinvesting for is actually going to be worth it in the future. Otherwise, if I'm a Tesla employee working on the Cybertruck, I listen to that earnings call, I'm like, screw this. Why would I work for this company? Why would I work and spend my efforts on this car if even our leaders like, oh, we're digging our own grave? It is a stupid thing to say. This was a disgusting earnings call. Elon should be banned from the earnings call. Quite frankly, he should just be an outside consultant, because all he's doing now is he's blocking people on Twitter who are criticizing him, and it's disgusting.
Tell us how you really feel, Kevin. Kevin Paffrath with a mouthful here on Tesla, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Good to have you on. We'll have to dedicate an hour next time to get your Tesla thoughts. Thanks so much for that.